So hello and welcome to another Inspired Good Fat Life podcast. And today, my guest has quite a range of accomplishments and interests and professions, right? So I want to introduce Ashley Watterson. And I first met Ash. She was my first client when I started out with my consulting company 13 years ago. Can you believe that?
No, how is it that long?
It's just, I know the years go by so fast. And Ashley had just started a massage therapy company.
Mm-hmm.
So, and since then you've moved from massage, and which you still do, and to insurance, which is so important and everybody glazes over, but we're going to talk about that. And you've got this wonderful nonprofit, Yoga Strong. So first, tell me, massage. How did you get there and then move into insurance?
How did I get there? Well, my first house that I bought at 20 years old, the lady that I bought it from did massage, and I was still trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with my life. And I thought, this will be a really great way to get through the rest of college.
Wow. 20 years old, you bought your first house?
I did.
That is what... Were you just that ambitious, or?
I guess, or stupid, one of the two.
That's amazing. So, but you've always been really physical,
yeah,
and athletic. Yeah, you're training for a marathon right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a couple weeks.
Yes.
So yeah, that's admirable. Okay, so massage. Tell me a couple things about massage. What did you like about it?
I love being able to help people feel better and just get them or keep them doing the things that they love doing. So I look at massage more as like a lifestyle than as a luxury or I'm not Wreck-It Ralph, Mr. Fix-It. It's part of a routine. Well,
my kind of take on it, because I get massage regularly, is part of my self-care. But it's not like, it feels amazing. That part is wonderful. I'm not going to argue that. But just the physicality of helping me move fluidly, feeling like that fascia gets broken up, those kinds of things, tension, my neck and shoulders and stuff feels so much better afterwards. And it reminds me to get up and move.
So if you think about it, like we are trained as humans. You go to the dentist twice a year. You go to the doctor and you get your annual physical at least once a year. You do all these things. You get your oil changed in your car. Like right. You take care of your muscles when they break down. Why aren't we taught to maintain them before they break or kind of keep them living their best life?
Yeah. Well, no, that's a really good point. So I never thought about it, that this is proactive care for my muscles.
Yeah.
But really it is.
So typically like once a month is what I say to people. Like if you have this in your budget and that works for you, once a month is ideal. Anything is better than once a year. So if I get someone who, hey, you know what? Once a year is when I usually get a massage. Like, what do you think I should do? Okay, well, ideally once a month, but even if you can do once a quarter or 6 times a year or something.
Okay, no, that's good to know. Because it all makes a difference.
Right.
Well, that's great. So how did you move then from massage to insurance?
Well, I had ran the studio for almost 8 years, and I had a team of 10 at that point. I was subleasing 3 rooms. So I went from 150 square feet with just me in 2011 to 2018, 1,600 square feet, 10 people, 3 subleasers. And I looked at the bottom line and I thought, I'm never going to retire. So what can I do next? And I brought up the idea of selling. I had someone who wanted to buy it. And then at the time, knew a lot of people in the insurance realm. And that was something that was recession proof, and you have to have it. So I
never thought about that as being recession proof.
Yeah.
It is where massage could be discretionary.
Right.
People can say, oh, I can let that go for now. But you can't, your insurance.
Yeah. Most people drive a car or they have a house or they rent, a condo or an apartment or something. And I wanted to kind of change the insurance industry from a sense that most people complain about it. Most people don't have a good relationship with their agent if they have one. And it's this like difficult thing that you don't understand anything about. So I wanted to take the rapport that I had built in the massage studio and kind of bring that to insurance and focus on the education and make it a conversation about, hey, this is what I would have if I were you, but your risk tolerance might be different than mine. So what does this look like for you? Right. And just kind of break it down to make it understandable and not so big, scary words that you don't really understand.
Well, and you're so customer service oriented, right? And
that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, and education is a big thing for you too.
Mm-hmm.
And so you combine those things, and it's another way of helping people take really good care of themselves.
Yeah, and I had a hard time transitioning to that because massage, everyone's happy to see you. This is great. They feel good. And you go to insurance and people just go, ugh. So I had a tough time.
Right. But I know from knowing you and talking to you that you've got so many stories of people that were so glad they had the insurance that they had.
Right.
Because when that thing happens, and I mean, what is it likely that everybody's going to have some issue that requires their insurance at some point in their life?
It could be. I mean, I have people who have never had to use it, and then I have people who have never had to use it, and then they use it 6 times in a year. And that's the whole thing, right? Like, you don't get to put your order in. You don't get to decide what happens and who and when it happens. And so you just prepare for it. Right. And hope that it doesn't happen. Right.
So at least I know with you, if somebody's working with you, they're going to get amazing customer service and education.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's
the goal.
Right. So then how did Yoga Strong? Where did that come from?
So I once read a quote that I live by. It is find 3 hobbies that you love. One that makes you money, one that keeps you in shape, and one that allows you to be creative. So the foundation for me is kind of creativity, but also kind of in shape. So it sort of combines 2 of them. But I had the opportunity when I got yoga certified to work with some high school athletes. Brighton and Pinckney, I was working with cross country, basketball, volleyball. And I was watching all these girls that just didn't have self-esteem. They didn't have, they didn't feel good about themselves. Okay. So I started to teach them kind of the fun things that you see in yoga, like the arm balances and headstands and things that are fun. So then they had
for some people,
you're right.
Maybe.
It's scary for others,
Yeah.
But they got to see, oh, my body can do something cool. So they had kind of a different respect for their body rather than just breaking it down and kind of looking in the mirror and just picking apart everything that's bad. So from that, I had decided, okay, I'm going to teach yoga in a really fun, not intimidating setting. And I want to do it to raise money to, at the time, it was a female athlete headed to college. So just scholarship for that. And then 8 years later, we're still doing yoga at Brewery Becker every Tuesday. And it became a full-on foundation 2 years after I started it. So 2017, the foundation started.
Okay, so there's a couple things here.
I know, I just kind of went all over the board.
No, you're fine. It's so you are still teaching yoga every Tuesday at Brewery Becker. Okay, and what time is that?
It's at 6:00.
Okay, 6, and that's primarily high school, or anybody can come?
No, that's anybody can come.
Anybody can come.
And you'll see a wide variety of ages, abilities, body types, all of it.
Okay, I didn't know about that. So, okay, good to know. Okay, 6:00 Tuesday. Okay, so from there, then continue.
Yeah, then we just started this foundation. So what started off as just scholarships, the first year it was like $1,500 in scholarships. We gave 3 of those away, so $4,500.
Okay.
The second year, which was 2016, we gave away 2 $5,000 scholarships, and one $5,000 was donated by one individual, which was really the catalyst to, okay, I got to figure out how to make this so that somebody can write it off, and that we became a 501c3. And then we started expanding into other things. So we've done food pantries. We created the Flex Tech High School food pantry a couple years ago and helped them replenish that. partner with Brighton High School's leadership class and do what's called Operation Christmas Wishes. So we take about 30 kids in Brighton and we adapt an entire school in Ypsilanti for Christmas. About 325 kids go to the Ypsi school and they get their wish list gift of choice: hats, gloves, coloring books, and crayons. And all the Brighton kids raise, last year it was $20,000 in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
They shop for all the gifts, so they pick them all out, they wrap them, and then they actually get to go deliver them.
So the Brighton High School leadership class, approximately 30 kids, 30 students. Okay. They have the opportunity to fulfill wish lists, Christmas wish lists for 325 kids that may not get these things.
Yeah. So the school that we go into is all kindergarten, preschool, and first grade.
Okay.
I said that completely out of order. Preschool, kindergarten, first grade.
Okay.
And they're all Title I school. So 90% of them are low income, 10% of them are homeless. Oh. There's a lot of behavioral issues. There's a lot of just challenges with the kids in the homes that they come from. And so, these Brighton kids who, for the most part, don't worry about where their next meal is coming from.
Right.
We go into the school where we're the minority, and most of the kids are more excited about getting loved on by other kids than they are about what they're getting.
What their gift is. Oh, what a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So they actually record the whole day, and even they record some of the fundraising, they record the wrapping of the gifts and everything, and then they actually play it at their holiday assembly.
Oh, so the rest of the school can see what they did.
I mean, it doesn't do it justice from being there, but at least the school can see what these kids get to do.
Right. And what the dollars that they contribute goes to.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So we were so excited when we heard about what you were doing that we wanted to make Yoga Strong our nonprofit recipient for our upcoming workshop on October 14th. Right. So every workshop we pick a nonprofit or somebody who's doing, a nonprofit, but they're doing something that we love in the community that we can support. And Yoga Strong is it.
Well, so thank you. That's so exciting. And heading into, I'm a big Q4 girl because our, biggest project of the year is heading into Q4. So that's amazing to help us kind of kickstart the end of the year.
Well, and it's, I don't know, it's good, at Good Fat Life, what we know is what makes most of what makes life so good fat is, which we like to say, is being able to share it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Agreed.
And when you can do something that you feel is helping somebody else be better or uplifted or get something that makes them smile, it's just all good. Right?
Love it.
And so everybody wins on this one. So if somebody wants to know how they could maybe contribute to Yoga Strong, how would they find you?
So social media, of course.
Okay.
Instagram is Yoga Strong Foundation and Facebook is also Yoga Strong Foundation. And then we have a website, as you might guess, yogastrongfoundation.org. That we try to be up to date on our projects and fundraising and also be transparent on where the money goes and what we're doing.
Right. I mean, that's really a big deal to raise so much money so quickly. So I'm sure those kids are really focused and prepared, right, to get there, to make their ask.
Yeah, we actually start probably this month with planning days and what we're doing. We've already got our delivery date set up. So each year we get a little bit better. This is year 5. So in my mind, I'm okay, we got to go big or go home. What are we going to do that's different? And I have some ideas to kind of enhance that project, but I have to run it by the kids to see if they're up for it.
Yeah. And like you said, the big thing is that the little kids just love being loved on by the bigger kids, right? And the attention and all that goes with that.
Yeah.
So you create this magic day. That is so cool, Ashley. And so for our our community and our guests, I encourage you to check out Good Fat Life, the website. And we have a new issue that has actually just gone to print, and I can't wait to get it. Our fourth quarter issue. They were always so cool, right? It's just, I have to say, the people that we meet every single day because of Good Fat Life, the connecting makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, I've been practicing. So the third quarter issue had something in it on like decluttering your space.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the start of each month, like find 5 things to donate that you don't use. So I've implemented that into my life.
Cool.
And
that's those little things make a big difference, don't they? And sometimes you can hear things 10 times and then all of a sudden you hear it a different way and you go, oh, I can do that.
yeah.
So anyways, part of living a good fat life and self-care. And part of self-care for many is clothing. How to take care of your clothes, because clothes take a lot of energy and a lot of time. They can. And if you're like me, it's always kind of a last minute thought. I love my clothes, but it can be like, oh gosh, what am I going to wear? And so I am so grateful to have Snedeker's cleaners in my life, because I get a text twice a week and it says, do you have anything to pick up? And I say yes or no. And when I say yes, I just put my clothes in a yellow bag. I drop it on my doorstep and they pick it up. And a few days later, everything comes back clean and fresh and ready to go. And I know that by doing that, I help make the planet a cleaner place, because everything they do is eco-friendly. So they are a huge part of my self-care. So thank you to Snedeker's Cleaners. So we encourage you to check out Yoga Strong and check out goodfatlife.com and go out and live your good fat life.